One. What up, yo? What up? What up? What up?
You're
Is this thing on?
Are we on? Are we back?
We back? Are you
Are
back?
we live?
Oh,
Yeah, live
hey,
and
yo,
back.
yo, man. I'm gonna have to send the goons after him. Hey, man. So this is PR Project episode number 76. 76. We are less than a quarter century away from hitting that hundo. How y'all feeling about this?
America.
How y'all feeling about this?
I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah.
Indifferent.
Yeah. You said you feel a little indifferent, Gary. You just kind of meh. Are you mad? Meh. Are you mad about the?
I thought you asked if I was. Are you mad?
Are you mad?
Are you mad?
Why? Why are
Why?
you mad? Yeah. So how you feel about it, Gary?
I think it's exciting. Like, lots to cover. Lots more to talk about. Lots that we have talked about. Lots more to go.
Yeah. I mean, I feel
Gary,
like
how was
a never-ending
the
conversation.
tricentennial in 1976 or bicentennial? Is my math wrong? Yeah,
Bicentennial.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was a year old, so
it was lit.
it-
Hey, it was party time. You barely had
Yeah.
to wear clothes. You barely had to wear clothes back then in public.
that's true. I miss those days.
Man, like whenever I see a baby, like I immediately like dislike it a little bit because I'm like really jealous of the baby.
Yeah, like you have no responsibility.
Zero.
have no-
Like you don't even have the responsibility. Like there's some adults that don't like maybe I mean every adult kind of has some responsibility. But like there's some adults that just like have like the I just gotta feed myself, I'm good type vibe. Like the baby doesn't even have to like take care of that.
The baby doesn't even have to worry about keeping themselves alive.
Baby just here.
Baby just
You know.
existing.
Gary, so you got 17 kids. When did what age do you feel like they became like useful?
Still waiting.
Yeah, some days. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom, you got older kids, you know.
Yeah. So it's like I think my kid's older than yours.
I think
So-
the big thing that we have is I can leave my little ones with my 14-year-old. Like I can run to the store.
Yeah.
Like that's a huge help.
That's big time. When I go out of town, like sometimes when people talk about when I'm out of town or whatever, and some people talk about the kids or whatever, and like just could you ever have any? No, there's not a chance I'd have another kid. But because I always say I don't do it, but I could like literally leave my kids in my house for 3-4 days, and there's a chance I'd come back and they'd be okay. There's a big chance they'd be like still. They probably would have like eaten like crap. They probably would smell funny because there's no structure or whatever. Homework probably won't be done, but they'll still be like, around.
They will have broken into the healthy food because all the crap food would have been gone.
That's
so
crazy.
all the Oreos, all the cookies, all the cereal.
Life's different now though, because like when I was 10, I was making like burgers at the house by myself with
That George Foreman grill came in handy, bro.
No, with a gas stove back in the day. I was 10 years old after like third grade or whatever that was, making like burgers on a gas stove. Nowadays you can't do that. CPS is gonna be in there for sure. Wait.
My daughter's a ramen master. That's about it.
Did my mama just call cap on my story?
She said, "Boy, you were not."
That is not a fib. I remember leaving McIntyre, Leonard Elementary, so maybe like 11. So Leonard Elementary, I would walk home, and I would make. No, oh yeah. So she's saying. So she ain't saying I'm lying. She's saying that Thomas cooks because Thomas cooks. My son does.
You shortchanging young T.
Okay. Yeah. So I did cook. Thomas cooks. Aaron doesn't. But all right. No, she didn't call me. Well, she did call me out, but she didn't call me out for what I thought she was calling me out for. All right, Mama, you've stolen enough of the show already. But I feel like around like 13, like 12, 13, they become like mildly useful. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
hang in there, Gary, for the other ones. When did you become useful, Aaron?
It depends on who you ask. Yeah, that's my job. I'm probably still not.
He's only useful like on Friday afternoons when he's trying to wrap it all up. You know what I'm saying? We got to get out of here.
I'm useful for a very specific time during the week. It's like Tuesday from like 9:30 to like 12.
Why Tuesday? No one's with
Because
nothing.
I'm like, man, all right, you need to do some work, bro. You've been here for a day and a half. You ain't did nothing yet. Lock in. And then you lock in, and then you be like, yo.
Yeah, I did the work.
A week's worth of work in 2
Exactly.
hours.
Yeah.
I think it's time to start getting ready for the weekend.
It's funny.
Okay.
Like when you
Hold
sit
on,
down,
hold
you
on.
get focused, you can get so much work done. And you're like, I'm done for the week.
I'm done. All right. So really quick, we've gone down this random road. Tell us what day of the week, if you have a job that's like a 5 day a week job, what day of the week are you most productive at your job? Gary, what's your day?
Wednesday or Thursday.
Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, why Wednesday or Thursday? Which one?
It's like the middle of it's not quite a Friday because you're not gonna do anything on Friday. But like the middle of the week, you feel like you should be doing something.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
But Friday's a wash. Monday's a wash. I get Tuesday being good because like it's kind of like a Monday because you already threw away your Monday.
Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna start fresh. Yeah, I feel like Wednesday, Thursday is kind of midweek, really. I think my most productive day probably is I'm gonna probably go Tuesday. Because I'm getting ready because we have a meeting on Wednesdays that I always got to be ready for. Mm-hmm. So Tuesday's my thing to make sure that I'm ready. You know, maybe a quick Friday. I don't know. Fridays get fun sometimes. You get I get some motivation every now and then.
For me, Friday is.
Go ahead. It's Tuesday for me because Monday I'm like, bro, it's Monday. I'm not doing the work. Like
nobody's working on Monday.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tuesday, I'm like, all right, bro. We so far away from the weekend. Let me do something that gets my mind off of that. And then Wednesday, I'm like, I gotta work out later. Like I don't need to be like using up any of my effort. So that's over. And then Thursday is like, man, tomorrow Friday, bro. And then Friday is like, it's Friday. So Tuesday it threads the needle perfectly.
I mean, most of my Friday is spent talking about the fact that it's Friday with everyone I talk to. Oh man, aren't you glad it's Friday? Oh yeah, Friday. Been a long week. It's only been the 4 days before that, but whatever.
Yeah, my issue with Fridays is sometimes Fridays are the days where people dump a bunch of stuff on. Like, hey, get this ready for Monday. It's like that Friday dump where they're like,
Friday dumps are the best.
That's why you just got to set out of office even when you're there.
Right.
You ever automatic response even when you're sitting at your desk.
You ever come back from vacation and then just take a really long time to turn off the out of office? Just let it simmer.
You accidentally forget it on purpose.
Accidentally on purpose.
Yeah. Rashard crazy, bro.
He was frying French fries
and fish grease at 9 years old.
Bro got fishy potatoes. That's wild.
That's too funny.
That shows you that you shouldn't have been in there. Ain't no cooking no fries and no fish grease, bro.
You need a little extra flavor, a little extra depth of flavor on them Johns.
All right, so let's get to it. We have a lot to talk about. This is PR Project episode number 73. I'm Tommy. That's Aaron. That's Gary. 76. Nope. Episode 76. Sorry. Thank you, Gary, for shaking it and nodding your head there. All right, so where y'all want to start at? Let's do we do the big reveal now, or do we make people wait a little bit?
Let's go for it. Why not?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go for it right now. Okay. So last year, I'm just gonna click the button because I ain't about to bury the lead. All right, Summer of Speed is back. This time powered by Puma. That's the big news. Last year we launched PR Project Summer of Speed. It's a time when a lot of us, especially marathoners, tend to just go like marathon block to marathon block to marathon block. So last year we wanted to dedicate the summertime to really getting after it, having some fun, shorter races like, going after the mile, doing the 5K, the 10K, maybe even a half, but mainly those shorter distances. So that's where the speed part come in. to kind of get you ready and ramped up for like that marathon training block in the fall, because a lot of us really want to go after our PR in the fall, typically after a hard, long, hot summer. So we so that we dedicated our summer to that. So last year was really fun. I think like both of us ran maybe like five different, maybe 4 or 5 races. Oh, you didn't.
I ruined my summer by running Bayshore.
Aaron ruined his summer by starting late, and he did Bayshore in late May, and then took some time off. So he was actually kind of behind the 8 ball. So Gary and I think we did like maybe 4 or 5 races apiece, probably.
Yeah,
something like that.
sounds about right.
But then like it's just a little more fun. It's like, you know, the weekly mileages is lower typically, and you just get out there and get after it. The last year we did a shoe giveaway every other show. So every other week we did. It was 12 weeks. We ended up giving away 6 pairs of shoes. This time around, with Puma involved, it's going to be a little more exciting. We may have some special guests every now and then on the show. We may have some Puma athletes dropping in to say what's up to us. We will probably have some content that's made or kind of around that type of vibe and energy. We're going to be giving away 1 shoe every Sunday starting. Summer Speed starts on the 10th of June. So the first shoe giveaway will be on the 16th of June. And so 12 weeks from there, we will be giving a shoe away every Sunday live on the show. We will tell you what the format of that is and all that stuff, but we're going to have a registration and all that stuff, and we'll be pulling from the registered list. We'll probably wait 2 weeks into Summer of Speed to probably cut that list off to make sure that it's fair for everybody involved. But we are super excited. Big shout out to Puma. We can't announce the shoes that we'll be giving away just yet, but they are going to be brand new. And in fact, I think people will be winning shoes that aren't even out yet. So it's exciting.
That's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a vibe. It's awesome. I'm really happy that we're able to bring it back. I've been seeing people use hashtag Summer Speed, and we've been waiting and trying to make sure that we had this deal inked. We're bringing it back from last year. So if you about Summer Speed and you want to get after it, quick caveat though, this has nothing to do with how fast you are or I think you are or are not. This is about having fun and getting faster for you, or doing something more for you. If it's this summer, I want to run more miles, that's fine. Sign up, have some fun, tap in, sign up for a few races, and just do your thing. But this is not about like how fast someone can be, because that doesn't really matter. Everything's relative.
Look,
I know.
They was ready for it, bro. They was ready for it.
Yeah,
5 days ago. Look, we got time. Technically, summer doesn't start for another 20 days, but we start in summer early. Like we get a head start on summer with the Summer Speed, and we locked in. We locking in on, actually, you know what I'm saying? We all locked in, but we locking in official next week, and then we really going crazy after that. So yeah, it should be fun. It should be different from what we normally do. Like it's the same thing that we did last year, but kind of different from our normal chats about the longer distances, the marathons and half marathons and things like that. So hopefully we find some cool races to do. Hopefully you guys find some cool races to do. Maybe explore some shorter options, maybe, get on a track, do like some different kind of workouts, and hopefully we can inspire you guys to do that as well. I think it's going to be an interesting summer.
Yeah, even if you don't race, just finding those speed workouts to get, something different than the usual marathon tempos, get on the track and, rip some 400s or some 200s or whatever. Just get out there and have fun with it and try to get those fast twitch fibers, ready for, fall marathon training.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, because I think a lot of people are doing it anyway, that type of vibe where they're just getting out there and kind of pushing. But this is just like, we might as well do it together. The goal would be we already have a Strava group, but we're going to reset that group to make sure that it's everyone that's involved this year. So what you would do, keep your Strava, but make sure you update it and then share it to the PR Project page or the group, so we can all talk about it. Like, so if you get a PR, I mean, we already shout out PRs here, but if you get a PR or a race or whatever and didn't PR, share it in the group. We can talk about it and let's keep that community going. This should be, the cool part is it's a long-term situation. Like, it's not just like a quick 1 week thing or a challenge. This is like you're choosing to have a lifestyle of speed and fun this summer, and we'd love for you to do it with us.
Well, very well said. Very well said.
Yeah, and then there's
a lifestyle of speed. Interesting.
Lifestyle of speed. And yeah, write that down, bro. And there's some other there's other people that are doing challenges in like month-long things this summer, and that sign up for everything, have all the fun, do all the things. I think it's really cool that, you know, that there's that we have opportunities like this to have pull brands in to make sure that you guys, you know, benefit from it. So if this isn't in competition with anything, this is just one more reason to get out there and build community, even though we are all, you know, in our separate places. But I think one thing about Puma doing this is kind of cool, because Puma has been like synonymous with speed for so long, you know, with Puma having such a deep history in the track and field with, you know, with Jamaica, you know, really, they've always been about speed. So like even one of their hashtags that we're going to be having you all use is Forever Faster. So for them to be like, to hear this opportunity and then jump on it, just kind of like reinforced to me that they're like all about performance and us getting out there and pushing it.
Absolutely. And I think Forever Faster is almost like their brand ethos. Like they want to cultivate, and they're continuing to cultivate a culture of Forever Faster. That's their thing. They want to push the limits. They want to see how far the human body can go. So yeah, super cool to pair with such a iconic brand like Puma, especially in the running space. They've been, like you said, dominant in with Jamaica and the Jamaican Olympic team and Jamaican national track team and all of that. So yeah, super cool to be a part of that. And yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting, and it's really cool that we get to give away a bunch of shoes. So that's always super fun.
Yeah, any opportunity to give away shoes is cool. So yeah, tap in, stay close to the three of our Instagrams, and then also obviously the PR Project. If you don't follow the PR Project on Instagram, do that right now. Also, don't forget that we are, if you ever missed this show or you missed something, or you just love the sound of the three of our voices, rambling about some things cool, some things about nothing, make sure you follow us or subscribe and all that stuff on every podcast platform, that wherever you get your podcasts at. So we're
wherever, any one of them.
Some would say that we are the unofficial voice of the end of the weekend, you know? So, you know, I wouldn't say that.
Wow.
I've heard it. I've heard it.
I've heard it. I mean, some people might say, we are the official voice of the end of the weekend. If you PR'd today, or you know someone that PR'd, let us know, because this again is the PR Project and we're all about it. Shout out to a few people. I happened to jump over to Dexter to Ann Arbor, Michigan. They had we ran the race last year. I got my PR there. It's my 5K PR still there, and it's a fun race. It's from the half marathon is literally from Dexter. It's a point to point from Dexter to the city of Ann Arbor. I guess it's apparently a very hilly way to go in the half marathon. Sydney DeVore, and Andy won they're married. They won the half marathon. She finished first and he also finished first. So that is incredible. And he actually just came off a Pittsburgh marathon win, which Sydney also won in 2018. So I don't know what their whole goal in this is, if they're trying to be like the Jay-Z, Beyonce of running. I'm not really sure what's happening here. But they did a great job today. And then Dante ran the 5K, and she got a PR today too.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. Congrats to all three.
And
That's PR on too.
Lindsay ran, I think, the half marathon. It was a really hot, like muggy day. Like, so some of these days it's gonna be. That's why I think the summer speed is cool, because like when I think of summer speed, I'm not thinking about a half marathon. Some of these distances are just a little too long to risk like having a race in July. You know what I'm saying? You run a 10K is almost too dangerous in July, because it's like, yo, it could be a bad day. You know, it could be 85 degrees at 6 a.m.
Right. Because this was the morning. I mean, they started out pretty early this morning, wouldn't it?
It was like 8:30. So it's a little bit of a later race.
That sounds early for some of us. So
some of us, you know. No, I mean, the other day, Aaron ran yesterday, and even though it was an earlier start, he said actually feels kind of cool to be done running by 9:00.
Sure. I don't know if it felt good enough to do it on a consistent basis, but it was all right. It was all right.
Oh yeah. So is there a chance? What's the percentage of chance that we could somehow convince you to like start a run every Sunday at like 7:30?
Like less than 5%, bro. But also,
so you're saying there's a chance?
I'm not. I've historically been a team player, so if that's the consensus amongst the group, I'm not gonna be the one to be like, no, bro, we can't do it. I'm just not gonna come.
There'd have to be a compromise. There'd have to be like,
hold on.
We'd have to meet Aaron like closer to where he's at.
No, he said it straight. He said it right. I've historically been a team player, so I'm not gonna say that I don't do it, but I'm not gonna come. It's not a team player.
Because I'm not gonna be like, no, bro, we should do it at 9:00 and make y'all all come at 9:00. I'm just gonna say, okay, 7:30 is fine. Y'all don't need me every week. Y'all won't miss me that bad.
No, but if you said yes to it, then you would be like standing there at 7:30 with your watch like ready to click and start running and leave everybody behind.
Because I'm already annoying as is.
I mean,
get worse when I'm forced to do something I don't want to do. So
okay,
I'm already like a 6 out of 10 on the annoyance scale. But if you make me wake up at 6:00 and you not ready, I'm gonna be a 9 quick. Like, this is not that.
Yeah, I mean, no, I think you've done a great job at your awareness level around the scale of 1 to 10 of your annoyance level is pretty accurate. Like, I'm actually really impressed. The 6, I mean, because the 6 is like high enough where you can see it's always right on like the precipice, like he about to be annoying, but he not. Like, it's like, okay, just don't, you know. And
but it's also right there on the line where one thing
it's like
you can push it right over.
It's like ramping up. It's like the RPMs. You know, you can see it's about to touch the red line. You know, but yeah, no. So I do like running early sometimes, but
I like the idea of running early, but doing it is
getting up is like I think we all like the idea of like being able to knock it out and be done with it. But it is like, but it's also it's a commitment. You know, them people that be running like at like 5:00, 5:30 in the morning, bro. It's smart. Like I respect it because it's like I see what you're doing. You just get it out the way, you know, whatever you got responsibilities or it's hot or whatever. But that seems crazy to me. Crazy.
Sometimes I'm literally running to run away from my responsibilities. So if I run early now, I don't even have an excuse to why I can't. Like, no, I don't want to have to do anything, and I'm using running as the excuse.
Well played. I like that. All right, so segue right back into what you just running what you ran yesterday. I feel like you deserve the Summer Jam screen for this one. So we're gonna go big screen Aaron real quick. Just let us know what happened yesterday, man.
Yeah, what happened?
So, like Tommy said, we met up early for a interesting run. I had a 5K I wanted to try out. It was a small 5K. In Rochester, Michigan, which is not far from me, pretty far from Tommy. Kind of not really that far from Gary, but I wanted to jump into a 5K just to kind of rip the Band-Aid off and get the summer season off to a start. I went into it not really knowing exactly what I was capable of. So I'm just like, I'm gonna just rip. Like, why not? So we ripped a 5K. I came up. It was all right. It wasn't like super fast. I feel like I ran like 1841. I've ran in between like 1830 and 1850 probably 5 or 6 times in the last couple years. So I don't know. It's something about like right in that range that I do a lot. But it was kind of cool because my brother is headed off to Ghana for 3 weeks. He'll be leaving on Wednesday. And he ran the race with me. So that was kind of like his farewell race until he gets back, which I mean, it's not like he's gonna be gone for that long, but yeah, so that was cool. We finished 1 and 2. He PR'd his 5K, which was really cool. I was a little scared for him, I'm not gonna lie, because he got out with me. We was shoulder to shoulder for like the first couple minutes, and I'm just like, brother,
man, you gotta talk about this course though. You gotta talk about this course.
So if anybody's familiar with the area, Rochester it's Rochester and there's Rochester Hills, and they're both right by each other. And every city around here is like Auburn Hills, Rochester Hills, so on and so forth. Let's say that. And yeah, it lived up to the name. It was actually a pretty flat course overall, but it started at the top of a nice little 1/3 of a mile hill. So we kind of got kicked off the ledge at the start, and then we had to climb right back up that same hill to finish. It felt much better going down than it did going up, especially at the beginning of the race compared to the end of the race. And I kept telling Tommy yesterday that I'm taking this race way too serious because I had on a full Tracksmith kit, Nike Alpha Flies,
man,
all that good stuff, half tight tank.
Dude looked like he was like think like I laid out my kit for like the Berlin Marathon vibe. This is what this guy was looking like, and then the closest competition was like wearing like basketball shorts, and won like basketball shoes. Like yeah. He was going too crazy.
I'll allow it. This is a rip the Band-Aid off. You know where am I at right now? You can't go in with what were we talking about a couple weeks ago? It wasn't AND1. It was Pony.
Oh yeah. You can't have like pony shorts. No, I mean but it was just funny because like how drastic of a difference it was. It wasn't like there was like 20 people that were ready to go. But when y'all took off though, like some of the people were deceiving, you know, like it wasn't like that. But it was definitely a fun vibe though.
Oh yeah. Speaking of upping the fun vibe,
yeah.
We have our favorite guy. What's up, Nicholas?
He can't hear you.
What is on your head, Dad?
What is this? Do you need help, Dad? But yeah, it was really cool though because because when you took off, because like you said, the first mile was like the half mile or so was just straight downhill, and you guys looked like, because we were kind of me and Ern were jogging along with the rest of the people, like seeing y'all take off, and it looked like y'all were going like y'all weren't working hard at all. Like it wasn't even. I'm like, oh, they must be going. He must be holding back because we thought you were holding back because you didn't want to look like you were taking it too serious. We thought you were like going like maybe like 6:30 or 7 or something like that. We're like, bro, he got to go. And you told us that what was your pace in that first like 3 quarters?
Probably like 5:15, 5:20ish, something around there.
Flying.
But we didn't hold on to that for very long. Once I got on flat land, I'm like, all right, relax. Like,
yeah,
you don't have to do all of that. And then,
well, how was that hill coming back up though?
It was treacherous. It's like in the 5K, you already like start to think like, why am I doing this? Mm-hmm. And as soon as I got on the hill, I'm like, all right, kick. And my body was like,
we ain't got no.
You are kicking.
Right.
You are fighting for your life right now.
So I already was like, I was up front with nobody around me really because I was taking it too seriously and it wasn't that kind of race. So when I made that turn, I could see the finish line and I'm like, man, it don't look that far away. But then I took like 10 steps and I'm like, it's not getting any closer. It looks like it's getting further away actually. So that kind of broke my spirit. And I was just like, I was still giving like everything I had, but it just felt like I was jogging. So I'm just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, it was a full effort kick, not a
yeah. but
yeah, but no,
not really.
But it was cool though. It was cool though to see you coming up the hill first and kind of running with you and seeing you win another race. This your second race you won.
Yeah, it's my second win in my career. I think I'm going to continue to strategically choose races that people, the majority of the field are walkers, so I can keep winning.
But that's actually, I think
it's a bold strategy.
I mean, a win is a win. You got it, but I feel like you came up with some good, like, of some funny content idea for that, like purposely finding like all the most relaxed, like fun, like walk run vibes, and then like filming yourself taking it way too serious. Like that's the vibe though.
Yeah,
that's the vibe.
The one thing I regret is taking that caffeine, Morton, because I was up all day. No post run nap, nothing, bro. I was up all day.
Do you have that problem? Do you take the caffeine ones, Gary?
Yeah.
Y'all drink coffee?
I'm also a coffee drinker, so I don't have the same issues.
The only time I ever experiment with caffeine is when I'm taking Morton.
My mom will drink caffeine. My mom will drink a cup of coffee. She'll brew a cup of coffee to go to sleep. Like she'll like brew the cup, like as some people will like brew like chamomile tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she'll like brew chamomile tea to sip it to go to sleep. Like she'll brew a real cup of coffee and then drink it, set it down, turn the light off, go to bed.
My mother-in-law, she had a pot of coffee all day long. All day long.
My mama dreams, but
you gotta be fired up.
My mama, she be having EDM nightmares. Oh man, I'm like,
he'll do it too. That's crazy. You people don't. Yeah, I'm assuming the caffeine resistance builds up over time.
It has to. It has to. My mama said so. Yeah, I know for sure I could drink a cup of coffee and go to sleep still, like if I'm tired. But it's just funny, like to hear you like you had a caffeine Morton at like 7:00 in the morning, and then you said something about like that, like 12 hours later you're still wired.
Still wired, bro. Still wired. And it's like I'm not like jittery, but it's just like I can't sleep. Like I can't close my eyes.
Ronald Waselli says, so you're just gonna put her business out there? That's wild, Tommy. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's all for the pod, man. It's all good. So you know what to get. You know what to get her for Christmas. If she ever, just get her some good coffee. Some good roasted beans.
None of that nonsense.
None of that Dunkin' Donuts.
But yeah. So shout out Jared. Jared PR.
Yeah, congrats, Jared.
Ran his fastest 5K before leaving to go and help and do some research out on the motherland. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I thought I went on my way to make sure that I asked him on camera about what he was doing over there, because I just think it's really cool. Like, how we talk about like running, like all of us have been on podcasts where to the point now where it's like, we talk about running in this way, like we didn't see people like that, people running when growing up. We didn't see this like around us. It wasn't all that blah, blah, blah. But like, that's like a different level of like, I haven't seen anybody do something like this that looks like me or came from where we came from. It's to be going to another country, and especially like Africa or continent like Africa, and then going to Ghana to help, not even just like to visit and like, go to do a safari and take some pictures and bounce, but like to go to like help and do work, you know what I'm saying? And learn, because I heard him say one time too, like, it's not like he not going to help like that. Like they going to like just check to see what's going on. And they're hoping to bring back information from how they're doing it and their infrastructure to bring back here so he can help the people here that need help, And I just thought that's like, forget all this running stuff. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. I'm sure he should be proud of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm super proud of him too. At just being his brother, being able to call him my brother. Like it's unbelievable what, we can achieve and what we can accomplish by just putting our best foot forward. And I've seen Jared do great things and to know where he comes from, to see the work that he's doing and to know that he's super passionate about it. and to know that it means a lot to him is very important to me. Like I have so much admiration for him for that.
Yeah, it's super dope. I'm proud of
it. Safe travels. Congrats on the PR.
Yeah, man. Way to walk out. Way to knock it out the park before you bounce, bro. Like
yeah.
PR and then go. And then he said he was hoping he could run over there, but he heard it's like super humid.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he'll get some miles in.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
He comes back acclimated to the summer heat. He's gonna be flying.
More PRs on the way.
Yeah.
Is Ghana? What's the elevation in Ghana? Maybe he might come back come back legit. He may come back legit, bro.
Let me get
How long is he gonna be there?
3 weeks.
Not long enough. No, highest point. Oh, the average elevation is only 620 something feet.
So regular.
Yeah, regular. It's a little higher than here, right? But basically, but yeah. So yeah, good shout out to Jared. Shout out to everybody that PR'd this weekend or recently that we haven't been able to announce. But we had the cool thing about the summer, early summer or late spring, is if you have a goal race in the fall, you can. Right now, you're base building. Right now, you're just hopefully you're having some fun, spending time with family while getting some miles in, all that stuff. But it's also a good time to like readjust or make changes to fit what you need right now. And that's what the next topic would be, because I think it's kind of important. Like, obviously, we want to talk about everything that we're doing right now, always. But Gary took some time off. And I think that like maybe 3-4 years ago, or 2 years ago, even, I don't even know if you would have taken this time off. You would have I think you might have pushed through. But tell me where you are right now and like what's popping.
So it's funny you said 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with piriformis syndrome, which is not the same as performance syndrome because you need a pill for that.
You definitely. Never mind. Go ahead.
I'm not touching.
It's a muscle like an.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a muscle like I think like in the glute area that when it gets upset, it also affects the sciatic nerve. Mm-hmm. So I had this happen to me 2 years ago, and I didn't know what the problem was, and I kept trying to push through it, thinking it was a hamstring thing, and I ended up just having to take more time off because I wasn't paying attention to what it really was. This time, I think I figured it out early enough. Talked with my coach. We took a couple of days off just to let it relax, which is it's a weird injury because you can't sit down all day either and rest. You got to kind of keep up and move around, let the blood flow. But with that, we took some time off and then readjusted my schedule. Instead of upping the mileage, just kind of maintaining a basic like 30 miles a week until I can kind of get this under control. So I think before I would have been like, take a couple of days off, back to 40, 50 miles. Like, no, take a couple of days off and we're going to have you go nice and easy, no speed work, 30 miles a week. Let's just get you feeling strong because it's a funny injury where it just doesn't heal. It kind of comes back a bit. You really it's a fine line to feeling good versus feeling like crap. So like today I felt okay, but it was still there. Like I did 6 miles with Aaron and Joe and Ern today. I felt it. It didn't feel like when you and I and Ern ran on Tuesday, Tommy, remember those first couple of steps, I could barely move. I was limping, out of the driveway. I didn't have that today, but I could tomorrow. It's just the way this injury kind of works. So I'm going to ramp on Wednesday, having them take a look at it. And then I scheduled dry needling for later on this month.
I've never feeling it.
I was telling Aaron, I don't know why. I just feel like this will help. I've got no like basis for knowing that. I feel like sticking needles into my leg is the way to do this.
I mean, you gotta want it. You gotta want it. We got somebody. It's a love ramp. Aaron is the truth. Yeah. So if you're in the Michigan area, or if the Detroit area, because it'd be kind of a hike to go, any farther than that. But if you're in the Detroit area, check out Ramp Athletics. They got a facility that's not even considered downtown, is it? That's like East Side.
No, it's more like Grosse Pointe, really.
Grosse Pointe, yeah, Grosse Pointe, yeah. So if you got some time, go over there. There's a bunch of people in there that do some really great work, physical therapy type stuff, deep massages that will make you tap out. They got cold plunge, hot plunge. It's a full facility. So
yeah, they got a ton of modalities. They do athletic training as well.
They do. They have what's that called? They got IV stuff now for like hydration and iron and all that stuff. So tap in.
But hopefully, because my goal is still to hit some of these 5Ks. Get after it, have some fun this summer, but doing it the right way. So listening to my coach, listening to my PTs, doing it right, and just that's the main reason why having a coach is great, because they're going to let you know when it's ready to get after it, when you need to hold back. So I'm bummed that I'm not like at the same level as what you guys are working on right now, but I know I'll get there eventually.
No, you won't. It's okay. You'll never be as good as McGee. But Alex,
you're right. I suck. This is.
Alex said, "Dry needling is the best. I love it." I've met Alex. I don't think he's all there all the way. So I wouldn't go with that, because I've heard nothing but terrible things about dry needling.
No, that can't be true.
It can't feel good though.
They can't feel. I mean, what would you rather have? Like an elbow deep inside your thigh or your hamstring, or just a couple little needles just poking you?
Okay, now I should put it that way. I'm sure I'd probably do the needles. Yeah, because I feel like you ever felt like something was about to break, but you just had to trust the person that was putting all their body weight onto your calf muscle.
Yeah.
Oh. You know what I'm saying? You gotta trust them. Like I don't think they're gonna break my leg, but they could.
Yeah, they'll eat very easily. Yeah.
Yeah, like right now, because that's what I was saying. If you ever got like a real like a sports massage, like a good one, there's people in the UFC tap out at the level of pain that we allow. I think, because they know that but no, I'm saying, listen, hear me out, Aaron, hear me out. So hear me out. Listen. Because we know that they're not going to continue to break it. But as soon as like you reach a certain level in the UFC, like that if you can't get out of that, the next step is this person is going to put more on that, and it's going to break or it's going to pop. You see what I'm saying?
No.
Come on, man.
I don't think you're familiar with the Olympic champion Kurt Angle and his pain threshold.
Okay, fine. I mean, but you see which way I'm saying. Like,
I see what you're trying to say.
Yeah, like
a part of it is the trust to know that, like,
yeah, right. They're not
trying to rip my leg off.
Because if you feel a level of pain and you're like, okay, that they must know what they're doing. But if you felt that same level of pain with a person that is trying to hurt you, you're gonna tap out right around then. It's like, oh shit. I mean, stop.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Pretty
dramatic comparison, but yeah, sure.
Hey, bro. Look, we got to get you back in there to see Aaron, bro. Aaron versus Aaron. I guarantee you'll be like, okay, I see what you're saying.
I mean, I've never gotten worked on by Ramp.
Oh well, yeah, Aaron's special, bro. So like, there's other people that are there that also do something similar, but no one will. Who?
She's not there anymore.
Audrey.
Yeah.
I still don't know though, because
she was digging her fingers into the calf muscle where the bone is, and swaying and dancing to music at the same time. I had American Psycho visions in my head. Like I had Christian Bale talking about Huey Lewis in the news.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh,
am I missing out?
It's good.
It's good. All right. Well, maybe I'll have to see it. I have to see it. See? Yeah. You're not lying. Yeah, she was really good. She did wonders. She was the reason why I was able to run so quickly after the injury in 2022 after Boston. But all right. So also I can talk about something. I got something to talk about. If you I don't even have a headline for it, but the New York City giveaway. Can I talk about that for a second, guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sweet. So the New York City giveaway was, I had this concept where like we are all growing like our platforms, and we are starting to get opportunities to like where we can help ourselves and help each other. But then like I had this thought, was like, yeah, and I wish I could help people that I don't know, so to speak, because like I still want to do all the cool stuff. I still want PR Project to go to races together, but then I wish I had some other avenue or way to help people get to some of these world majors that are like very challenging to get into. So I started reaching out to different people and brands, started veering away from the brand, so to speak, because brands obviously benefit much more than say like just a normal organization or the race itself from someone being there with them. You know, like if New Balance, who we went to New York with, we benefited from going to New York as a team, but then they also benefited because we, share their product and talked about it and wore it and all that stuff. So I wanted it to be something more like neutral. So I was able to, long story short, I was able to get 3 bibs from 3 bibs for the New York City Marathon. And the goal, and I announced it like 4 or 5 days ago now, was to give away these bibs to black and brown runners, to help, even though it's only 3, just to help with that thought of diversity in the sport, and representation. Just like in that small chance that like 3 people who share their stories with me that we pick will be able to then share their stories as they prep for the New York City Marathon, and then their communities see them do it for the first time, and then they say, oh, well, maybe I could do a 5K, maybe I could do a 10K, maybe I could sign up for a marathon. Because I think all of us, especially like influencers, I'll just call myself that for like this purpose, like influencers, we have a tendency to like cycle the same things, like we do something, we kind of do the same thing, like in different companies, different iterations. Like it's kind of like it's repetitive a little bit, and it's always for like, it seems like it's always kind of for the same people. And if somebody gets picked in this raffle that's from somewhere that I don't know, and they have a smaller following, the chances of them reaching someone that really needs it at this point is probably higher than me reaching that person, because they don't follow me, because they're not in running. They don't like, I'm already representing to the people that see me now, so like it's hopefully reaching a little farther into like the communities that we really care about, that don't see running growing up. And if they don't see running growing up, they don't see it now, they're never going to see Tommy Runs content, but the chances of me picking someone that isn't in this circle that we're in, and getting to them, I think it's a higher chance. So like that was the whole purpose of it. We're going to be announcing I'm going to be announcing the 3 winners tomorrow. And I had people submit stories because I just wanted to, number one, like test, like gauge people's interest in actually doing it. And it's not just like one thing too, I didn't do on purpose. I didn't do like the whole follow me, follow this thing, share it, like it, all this other stuff. There was no call to action other than, if you want to be a part of it, email me this number outside of Instagram. Email me a story outside of Instagram. So it really wasn't meant to be like an Instagram thing. It was just like a way for me to announce it. And it did like it's like the best performing content that I've ever posted, which is great. Wow. But it was like hundreds, like almost 200 emails and full stories of people's like backgrounds and issues that they've gone through, things that they've overcome. Like I'm reading through these, and some of these, I mean, they're just so inspiring, bro. Like it's like the best thing that I've ever, like I thought it was gonna be really cool, but I just never thought that I'd be reading these things, like so inspired and impressed by people. So I'm super happy I did it, and I can't wait to like pick the 3 people, and I can't wait to see what comes of it from there. And hopefully someone has a chance to do something like this more often in a slightly bigger scale. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's really exciting. I was on your live a couple of days ago where you were talking about it, kind of answering questions, and I didn't realize until you had said it that this wasn't about like like my page and like the sponsor and pick 3 friends and you get a ticket. I thought that was, I didn't realize it until you said it. I was like, oh yeah, you're not doing that. It's
Right.
literally send me your story. I will read them. It's still going to be a drawing, like a raffle type thing.
Yeah.
But I am going to read these stories. I am going to, and then hopefully, based on whoever gets these tickets, so to speak, or these bibs,
Yeah.
we can help amplify, what their story is based on, what you've learned from them already.
Yeah.
When I say we, I mean you, but I'm sure we're all going to help out in some way.
Yeah. No, I'm super excited about it. Yeah, I just because it's just like I do hope to have the opportunity to do what we do with brands over and over and forever. But it's just like at some point, like it's like, how can we make this a little easier? Because people watch us do things and they're inspired. People saw the New York City PR project Never Sleeps. 6 of us out there, doing well and having fun and sharing the content that inspires people. But then there's still like this random thought probably somewhere like, I'll never be able to do that. Like I'll never be able to like have that, because number one, I don't have any desire to have a social media presence or or I've tried and it doesn't work or my job. I can't even have my page public because my job and like there's no chance. Some people, there's no chance in this happening because it's just they can't go down that road. So it's like, what about this? What's another way to help people like get there? And I hope that I could do it with other major marathons. I mean, other races would be cool too, but I think like the majors, especially for like our folks to be, I mean, because if you look at Boston, no shade to the race, it is what it is. I don't, whatever. That's a different thing. But when you're there, you realize like how few Black people there are there running the race. It's like it's jarring to somebody if you're not familiar with that area and you're not familiar with the race being that, you could get there and be like, yo, there's nobody out here. You know what I'm saying? And that's just one of those things like, okay, well, even though we want it to be equal and this and that, it's still not. So if I can get 3 people somewhere, I'm gonna take the opportunity,
Yeah. And I think it's really cool. I mean, in the climate of this influencer attention-based economy that we live in, a lot of times purpose-driven content is not always highlighted. And I think that you are doing something purposeful and doing something intentional with like a real real meaning behind it and real purpose, like purpose-driven. And I think it's cool that is like your best performing piece of content that you've released, because it shows that still matters. It shows that it's much more than just the superficial, get ready with me, here's what I eat, the normal content that we see all the time. To know that things that can like functionally make a difference in people's lives and go to like move to change the way we look at things and our perspective on certain spaces, to see that still be able to cut through and make an impact. It's very promising for everyone that's in this space, this creator space. Like it lets us know that there's still value in doing things with purpose and not just vanity and all of the silly stuff that we make content for.
Yeah. And then I appreciate that. I mean, it's real though. Like it's, and it doesn't always have to be a sad thing, too. Because I think a lot of times when I love seeing kind of like stories that are touching and heartfelt, and those seem to be, a lot of the stuff that seems to do really good that isn't like intentional to get your views, is like scary stuff or like bad stuff, like like fear, not fear mongering, but you know what I mean, like that thing where it's like something really bad happened, so let's share this a lot,
Yeah.
And it just, I didn't expect what happened, but like you said, I'm really happy that that's done well. Like Alex is on here too, and Alex is obviously a content creator, and one of the things that I like about the way he does his content, like he kind of when it comes to brands and like algorithms and stuff, like 20, 30 seconds is like the vibe. Like that's what gets it done. That's like what gets you the most views and all that stuff. Like he's dropping stuff that's like 2-3 minutes and he's just doing his own thing, talking about whatever he wants to talk about. And then also like at the end of, for all of, I don't know for every video or every reel, but at the end of a lot of his videos in May, Mental Health Awareness Month, he was using the last like 3-4 seconds of his reels or his stories or his posts to put the number for the crisis and suicide lifeline number at the end of all of them for 3-4 seconds. And it's subtle, you know what I'm saying, but it's like for someone that's blowing up, and just like seemingly just like getting new followers every day, to step outside of like the norm and go like, I'm gonna use this moment or this attention to do something, or at least try to do something good. Like I think that stuff like that, that's what hopefully one day will like be important to people enough again.
Right. Yeah. The storytelling content.
Yeah.
Is
like real stories. Yeah. Yep. All right, that's enough of that. Got a little heavy there. But yeah, ask us hey guys, if you're still here, ask us anything. And taking tarps off. he's got thumbs out going on, which is funny. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so let us know if you have any questions about anything. It's about it doesn't have to be about what we just talked about. If it's about summer speed, make sure, again, summer speed starts on the 10th. Please stay tuned to like more information about that, about how to sign up and all that stuff. You don't have to have all Puma to participate. Just do your thing. As long as you have a Strava, that's required. We'll send you some more information soon, like this week. By the middle of the week or so, we'll be able to share some more about that. But have some fun. If you have races in mind, go ahead and sign up for them, whether it's next week. I think that I'm officially going to run a 10K on Sunday. What is it, Sunday or Saturday?
Saturday.
I'm a race. I'm gonna run the 10K on Saturday because I skipped my run today. I didn't skip it. I only did 5 miles. So I was supposed to do 10-mile run. 4 of it was supposed to be tempo progression. And guess what shoes I wore to spectate a race?
UFOs.
No, it wasn't a good decision. Put it that way. I wore Alpha Fly 3s.
Oh.
I wore. What did you say?
I thought you wore them Cole Haan hard bottoms that you got.
Right. I wore Alpha Flies, but I might as well wear Cole Haan hard bottoms. I'd probably be better off. So I wore Alpha Fly 3s to spectate a race. Why? Because I just want attention, pretty much.
Which colorway?
What color do you think? I wore the brightest shoes that I have, and then acted like people weren't looking, what I'm saying?
Oh, these?
Oh, these are just some Nikes, but I wore those, and then these
aren't even my racing pair. These are just
no.
My kick around pair, bro.
Yeah.
These are my lawnmower pair.
I cut the grass in these. But then so I started my run. And by like mile 2, the arch of my foot, like, that thing you can kind of push, it's like a tendon, felt like it was going to snap. So I just cut it short, 5 miles and didn't even start the tempo. I just got the 5 miles done.
You still having that issue right now?
No, it's normal. It's good with what?
I mean, that sounds like the beginnings of plantar fasciitis. You got to be careful with that.
Roll that thing out.
Yeah, but I'm actually rolling it right now as we speak. Right. But as soon as I put normal shoes on, I didn't feel it at all. But definitely gonna wait until tomorrow afternoon or evening to run, so I have some more time in between. But I think I should be good. But so I move my tempo. I'm gonna do it next Sunday or next Saturday, and kind of push it and have some fun.
Nice.
Cool.
Don't you dare say plantar fasciitis ever again on this podcast, Gary.
I'll call it PF.
Planet Fitness. Teammate 3 Elite, how do you add in strength training with your current run schedule? My coach assigns me strength training, which, if you have the money, if you have the access to a coach, it's cool to have them do the thinking for you and kind of take all of the guesswork out of it. I do my strength training on easy run days. I know some people like the idea of doing all of their harder work on one day to make one day just make their hard days as hard as possible and their easy days as easy as possible. So sometimes people will double and run their workout in the morning and then do their strength training in the afternoon of that same day. I don't really do that. I kind of try to put my strength training as far away from my workouts and my long runs as possible. But yeah, it's just about putting it on the schedule and committing to it and seeing it through. So, and also it's up to your dedication to each one. If running is your main priority, then that should usually be number one at all times. But if you are like focused on trying to get stronger or trying to become more mobile or just trying to injury proof yourself a little more, you may want to put a little more priority on doing work in the gym and then using that strength to build running endurance and running fitness. So I would say it depends. As they say, great coaches say, the answer to every question is it depends. It depends, but discipline and structure goes a long way.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's I have a strength training plan, and they don't fall on like a specific date per se. Like it's not like easy days easy. Just the way the calendar works, it's today we're going to do this, and it's just literally finding the time to do it and making it a priority, if your schedule allows you to do so.
Me, I just don't. The way I balance it typically is just don't do it, so I just don't have these issues, you know what I'm saying? I always say that I'm going to do better. And then, so my problem is like, I think I go from one extreme to the other and then I can't, it's unsustainable. So then I just stop or whatever, or I hurt myself because whatever. So whatever Gary and Aaron say, because they're the most consistent so Aaron probably would get the prize for being the most consistent with strength training out of everybody that I know. And then you're probably second, Gary. And then I'm last in this respect.
There's a pattern here. I don't have another life to worry about.
So this is why I don't do strength training, because I don't want Tommy Guns to have a reappearance, because it's one or the other, Tommy Guns or Tommy Runs. There's no both. Then I'll be Ken Rideout. Oh, did you see the big the high? Remember we just found out about High Rock?
I saw a couple. I didn't see Ken's. I saw
Ken
Matt
won.
Troy.
Ken won.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So High Rock, we just found out about, apparently it's obviously crazy. I mean, they had like this huge competition in New York, right?
High Rock means something totally different where I'm from.
True.
Touche, bro. Yeah. So like High Rock was, or I think it's High Rocks.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So it was a big competition, but we just heard about it for the first time ever in Eugene like a few weeks ago, and it seemed like she was like, oh, it's just like this thing that's kind of like buzzing a little bit. She didn't even, and then like 3 weeks later, it's this huge competition, so it's bigger than what she probably thought it was.
Yeah.
And
in fact, the way it's spelled, I wasn't picturing. I just now put that together, what you just said. I didn't realize it was the same thing that she was talking about in Eugene.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I just now put that together.
Yeah, it was a High Rock. So I think it just looks like, I mean, I'm not trying to downplay the movement, but it looks like CrossFit. It's like CrossFit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like a CrossFit competition. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think there's a notable difference, but
probably more cardio. But other than that,
yeah, they do run. They do like there's a race part. There's a race side to it. But yeah, Ken Rideout won the whole thing. So that's cool.
Yeah, I saw Jess Mulvold's reel on it and Matt Choi's reel on it.
Mm-hmm. I know Matt Choi's up there.
Yeah.
Do the one in Chicago in November. Oh, Tommy Guns need to chill out. We good. Listen, man, I still got a normal job that I got to take care of. People some reason think I don't have a job, but I do. Oh, he already signed up. That's what's up.
Yeah. All right. Good luck.
Yeah, tell us how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to go. That'd be kind of fun to like pop up like PR Project goes to High Rocks. You wouldn't just pop up, in Chicago?
No,
go
no.
to Chicago?
I was shaking my head. You said it might be fun.
Oh, I would do it for sure. I don't know
Wait,
why.
no, I'm just saying the people that do it, just it gives me personality trait that you are not a fun person to be around.
like on an everyday level.
Just like
Yeah,
especially like for the competition, like they're gonna be locked in on a level that is just ridiculous.
People-
like think about like how locked in people are marathon weekend when they
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You go to one of those workouts, you know that they take it way too serious, for one.
Oh, for sure.
You know that they are like very high strung type A people. Maybe after, because you know they're gonna let loose like crazy.
After probably
but
crazy.
leading up to it, it's probably trash.
They probably taking pre-workout straight out the jar, no water. They shooting powder.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But no, it would be interesting just to see the difference of what that would be like compared to a race weekend that we're so also familiar with.
I didn't even think about the difference, but that's probably a huge difference. Huge difference. Yeah, it'd be like going to a cardio UFC. It's like somewhere right in the middle there, But yeah. So I think that's cool. Congratulations to everybody that did that, because I think that's a really cool thing, and I'm assuming that's going to be around for a little while because it looked like they poured a lot of money into that event.
Yeah.
A lot of money. But all right, guys.
Hold on, before we go, shout out James. James ran 3:13 at
PR alert.
Big shout out. And he asked a very hard-hitting question. What is the best evening snack? I made a quick quesadilla for the show. Me personally, there is I'm a popcorn guy. So there is
a snack.
I mean, yeah, a quick quesadilla is a snack if it's just like tortilla cheese, bam,
cheese.
cut,
yeah, exactly.
A snack. But there is a popcorn at Trader Joe's. It is chocolate strawberry. Insane. I usually don't like sweet popcorn, but it's like kettle corn, but it's got like freeze-dried pieces of strawberries, and then it's drizzled with chocolate. So the strawberries are a little tart, chocolate is sweet, popcorn a little salty. It's unreal. My back would be very big if I didn't have a little bit of this.
My daughter calling everybody big back. She gotta chill, man. She gotta chill. Yeah. What? So Gary, what's your big back snack?
For me, it's whatever like sweet, like cookie type, like Trader Joe's snack bag of whatever is in the cabinet. Like Oreos. Trader Joe's has got those s'more clusters now, or those pretzel clusters, which are amazing. So
yeah.
Or a bowl of cereal.
Can't go wrong.
Ern made a good choice. He said he had to pass on the peach cobbler egg rolls today.
Where
peach
did you get
cobbler egg rolls?
So I'm gonna do this
ASMR. Was this at Veg Fest?
We went to Veg Fest today, and it was this place called More Life, and they had peach cobbler and apple pie egg rolls. And Ern left before he can get one, but I definitely got an apple pie egg roll, and it was magnificent.
Was it vegan?
Yes, I think.
Oh my god!
Yes, because it was at Veg Fest. Yeah, it was crazy. But I had to wait an hour for it, so
really?
that was a little.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, I had that and a vegan coney. Yeah.
Man, I'm so upset.
Yeah.
I gotta wait till next year. Wait, so all these places that's at Veg Fest, they're
like food truck? Some of them was food truck. Some Unburger was there. Unburger was the presenting sponsor, actually.
Are they all from Michigan?
I think so, because it's called Michigan Veg Fest.
Oh man, I gotta look up all the establishments. We should.
Yeah.
Oh, we should just over summer. We should like go to the places. Long run.
In long run from the vegetarian spots. That'd be hard.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. I'm down for that.
Yeah. All right. So my favorite. So I'm glad that somebody said this because I'm a pancake guy. Like I like pancakes. Like so, if I'm feeling real fancy, what I'll do is I'll make some pancakes and then I'll spread peanut butter on each pancake, and then put some syrup on that thing. Talk about some good sleep in the middle of the day when you're supposed to be working, bro. Bro, blood sugar be wild. You know what I'm saying?
Spike, super spiked.
I mean, when you marathon training, you need the fat, you need the carbs. I don't know what else to tell you.
That's facts. And James is different because he make his quesadilla with in the microwave. So you know.
Oh no,
that definitely makes it a snack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something for sure.
That's something that you probably partaking in a different kind of consumption before you do something like that.
Right.
I need this now.
That's gotta happen. All right.
30-second button.
Oh my god. 32 seconds exact. Anything higher, anything longer than that, it gets weird.
Cheese is like a quarter way melted. Don't matter.
One thing I really like that I think everybody on the call might agree with. On the call, what are we doing here? Lay's potato chips, like original with hot sauce.
You a hood baby. You a project baby.
Man, so good, bro. So good. So good. And then they get soggy. Oh man. All right,
bro.
You like soggy? Like, I mean, not like the whole, not like crazy.
No, I feel you, but I just never could get into it because I bite into that one soggy chip and I'll be like, this ruins the experience for me.
It's over.
Yeah, same.
No, Gary. Don't say.
No, it's the same. Soggy. Yeah, out.
All right, guys. All right. So next time on the PR project, we will be going live the next day with the Summer of Speed. Tap in, make sure that you're ready, make sure that you got your races in order, schedule them out so you come back to next week letting us know what you're going to run, because I think it should be fun. We should get to talk about it. We may even talk about our deepest, darkest fears, our irrational fears next week, because I can't wait to figure out those for you fellas.
That was this Tuesday, wasn't it, Tommy?
Dog, I had to stop in the middle of a run. I got so weird.
Ern messed you up, so.
Bro, I told Ern what one of my fears was, and then like he like put like his thumb on it, and like we gonna talk about this, and I had to like stop the run and like shake out because it was just like it threw me off so bad. But
I still gotta take the guys past the house with the ghost.
We literally saw a ghost on a run, but that's for another day, another story. That's for next week. Let's talk about that next week.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for tapping in. Follow us on Instagram, obviously, the.pr.project. Subscribe to us on this podcast platform that you're listening to this on. Or if you haven't yet, jump over there, do that. Make sure, because you want to listen to us in the car on your run and all that good stuff. Stay tuned for announcements about PR Project Summer Speed, powered by Puma. We out.